Wow, was I the only one that sounded like it messed up? Let's get ready to rumble. It's Thursday. On the 4 o'clock shadow. Love you. Episode 1264. No. I can't even read. 1260. No, 1267. I'll get it right one of these days. Gee.
Still here.
And maybe. What happened?
What? Something stuffed up in there.
Sinuses? What? What happened? Oh, having a private conversation. Yeah, we'll just remove him. What's going on, Shadow Hawk?
Hey, what's up?
Well, well, okay. 1 minute till 4. So, it's 4 o'clock shadow. That's what's going
on. There you go.
There you go. This is very glary. I did not count on that, but I set this up last moment. Scored another one. Another stand.
Oh, wow.
Bum, 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 bum. At the Dollar Tree. It was the first thing I saw when I came in. And there were 3, count them 3. 1, 2, 3, as I used to say when I was 3, free, because I couldn't say 3. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't go through with my mouth, not till I was maybe 4. Could I say 3? Something like that. Anyway.
Then he started saying Thor.
Thor, yeah. So I said, if I buy the 3 comic books that's on the stand, can I have the stand? Now, Elsie would have just taken them, put them somewhere else, and said, can I have the stand? That's the difference between him and me. I know, because I just know. How do you remember stuff like that from being that young? Good memory. I mean, it was something I wanted to say, 3. And it helps that I went from 1st grade to 12th, the same school, all consistent. We didn't move around. Had good parents, and maybe older parents helped, with the memory. I don't know. I've got a good memory. I blow my family's mind with my memory. I can remember back when I was at least 2 years old. For some things, you asked for a stand as a toddler. No, training wheels, maybe. But
wait, Carrie.
Hello, Carrie. Penguin Pain and Prejudice #1 was on here again. These are just poly bagged. They're not, they're not any kind of board or anything supporting them, so they're not. They've got multiple spine ticks. Now, I don't know if they break color. Of course, these things are going to be reprints too, as far as I know, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and I got 2 issues of Green Arrow, written by Dan Jurgens. So maybe that'll be a good read. Uh, for $1.25 though, I guess these sold out pretty good. I don't know how long that stand was there. It's been a little while since I went over that store, but not that long. So
It is a
apparently they
bunch
ordered
of
one.
good stuff.
Uh,
Good shit, so yeah, I like each one.
we got a separate conversation going on, Shadow Hawk, in the background.
Yeah, my girls decided they were going to have a conversation over the top of me.
Oh, okay. Uh, I did get Abby a pig ear. She's not eating the water buffalo. I'm going to try something else and break it into smaller pieces. But to the one subscriber or one backer that said buy Abby a pig ear, I got her a pig ear. So, I went and
There
saw
you go.
mom and got a little birthday money. So I went out and did some stuff. Did you get the markers? No, I haven't yet, Carrie. I'm going to though. I have not gotten the markers. I got to get with Omer. We kind of mixed up the times today, and we didn't get together. And that was one thing that I wanted to do was go online with him wherever he found those and purchase those. Toast. I got some more toasteds, but now these are honey wheat. These are not the herb ones that I got at the other place, but
Right.
still a good value for $1.25.
Oh,
I know you want to do the saltines with your sardine. You should call it Sardine Saturday and do it on Saturday. I don't know why you do it in the middle of the week. Wednesday, I guess you're breaking out and doing something different.
well, because I already have a show set up for Saturday. I'm trying to, put more content on the channel. Right. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be
Right.
able to do it again this week because
No.
going 5 damn sardines. So.
Oh, you didn't?
Dude, I'm barely
Yeah.
making it through every fucking day, man. It's a miracle that I can even stream most days.
It's Thursday. Yeah. So you didn't do it last night, right? Wednesday.
No.
Yeah. Eric and Boyd in the house. Hey, Eric. Kill my air
Yeah, now
fryer.
the
Kill
last
my air fryer. Yeah, my air
2
fryer.
days I've been. I mean,
I
what?
actually, huh?
Nothing.
Last couple of days, what?
I said I've been deaf in my right ear for the last 2 days.
Oh, has there been more noise in the?
No, I woke up day before yesterday and was cleaning my ears before work, and it seemed like a little extra gunky for some reason. So I grabbed my, extra Q-tip and was trying to get everything out of there, and felt like push something in instead of pulling it out.
Mm-hmm.
And now I haven't been able to, my hearing on my right side is down by probably 3/4 for the last 2 days. And I don't know I didn't puncture my eardrum or anything because it didn't hurt,
No. Some blockage there, some earwax or something.
Yeah, I got something stuck. Well, it's probably because I had to wear, what's called earplugs all the time. So.
Yeah, I had to do that to protect my hearing in the factory too all the time.
Especially around the printing press.
Carrie says dogs must have tougher teeth. I'd be scared choking with those treats. Not necessarily that. Yeah, they have tougher teeth. They've got a biter, a more biting grip than humans do. Now I don't give her bones because bones can splinter and puncture. I guess, right, Shadowhawk, bones for dogs. Supposed to be
Depends.
for
Yeah,
small
you can
breeds.
you can
Yeah.
only give them beef bones. No chicken or uh, pork. they can have deer, they can have you know bison, they can have beef, but
No chicken or pork?
no, they splinter.
Oh, the
They turn
bones.
into
The
little,
bones. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. They can have the
they
meat,
turn into
just not
little,
the bones. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. I Eric and Boyd says the earwax cleaning kits work. The ones with the balloon you fill with warm water, that might help. He says.
I'm gonna have to try it. I've never seen one.
Eric and Boyd says a girl bit my bone once. Just saying.
You ever seen the ear cleaning kits where it's like a little balloon or something, and you put warm water into them? It's
She
supposed to.
come up short, did she?
It was on the earphones you said before.
Yeah, I know those. No, my buddy Eric says there's an earwax cleaning kit. It's got a little balloon. You fill it with warm water. To try
Yeah.
that. Thank you, Eric.
That was really only 50 that's fine.
Yeah, they
Yeah, man.
also
I
got
picked it up.
those little grabber things too, instead of the Q-tip because they say sometimes a Q-tip can push it in there. What I kind of do is go off to one side extremely and then just kind of round around, Uh
Yeah,
sometimes
I don't ever try to like push anything straight up
yeah,
in there, but it felt like when I was
right.
cleaning it the other day, something accidentally moved or something. Like a little ball or something moved where it wasn't supposed to. And as
Right.
soon as I took the Q-tip back out of my ear, I could tell. I was like, "Fuck, I can't hear." And I tried to clean it a couple more times. I couldn't do nothing
Mhm.
with it. Didn't have time, so I had to go to work.
Yeah.
And now the last 2 days, I'm living in mono.
Yeah. And if you put the the ear protection thing, that might be shoveling it a little bit further back in there too. Warm
Right, and
water and or earwax machine or medicine, earwax medicine. I'm sorry, not machine,
oh,
medicine.
I haven't seen the medicine either. It's
So,
supposed to like
uh,
dissolve it or something. I don't know.
yeah, yeah, I
My
know.
ears are not. It's not like I clean them every fucking day just because of the environment I'm in with all the noise and
Right,
everything. I've
you're just
been doing
muffled
this.
right now.
Yeah, but I've been doing this for 58 years. I've never once had. I mean, I've accidentally, poked myself with a Q-tip where it actually hurts.
Hmm.
But this didn't even actually hurt, so I know I didn't damage my ear.
Right.
And I can with my bone conduction earphone on, I can hear fine. But as soon as I take it off, everything is muffled.
Well, if I don't always clean my ears, of course, I'm not in a dirty environment like you are. It can get pretty grimy. When you work on the farm, you just about have to do that with all the dirt and grit and up your nose too. It just gets really,
Oh yeah,
yeah. Warm oil in ear can help, says Carrie. With your head tilted, you will hear something if it's working. Q-tips can push wax into ear canal more. Yeah. Uh, Eric and Boyd says that Carrie is right. You have to tilt your head. It isn't difficult, a bit unpleasant, but it helps. Yeah.
yeah. I've done that in the past, like years ago when I was younger.
Yeah. I like I say, I don't do mine all the time, but sometimes I'll have a little bit drop out of my ear in the bottom of my ear and I'll feel it drop out, the earwax ball or whatever. Uh, if I've been usually after I've been sleeping, right? If I'm in bed, that tends to be when it forms in your ear, at least for me. And sometimes I'll get up and like I say, if I don't automatically clean my ear, then maybe sometimes, you might have and then that's an indication, oh, maybe I need to clean both ears, because that fell out, obviously keep your ears clean. Uh well, then you old fart, do it now, Eric and Boyd says. I mean Shadowhawk and not Rex this time. Yeah. I'm glad you said the word
No,
fart
I'm not
because
doing that.
I've got I went to Walmart and I was, um, I'm telling on myself here. Okay. So I thought I would go over to see what they had in the drink department, right? The drink box department. And I did get some Orange Blast there. I kind of looked over what they had and I didn't see anything new or anything that I wanted to purchase, right? But I did get some of that
Right.
Orange Blast. I do like their Orange Blast drink mix. So I did get a box of that. But when I was right there, when I went into the aisle, there was nobody there, right? And all of a sudden, my stomach took a turn for the worse. Like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. So I kind of ripped one right there in front of the drink. And so this young girl, right, young lady, she's coming down the aisle, and I'm going, oh no, this isn't going to be good. Just walk away, which I kind of did. I kind of walked down the aisle past her, and she got to the spot where I was.
No, no.
And she said, it cracks me up, man. She went, oh, oh.
Oh, you crap
That's all she
dusted.
said. It was like, oh, whoops. Why did I walk into it? I'm like, I know, right?
Poor innocent girl and you crap dusted.
And she kept on coming on. I mean, what can you do once it's out there? Anyway, yeah, I found that.
Still playing it around.
I've been chuckling about that ever since. She didn't know what she was walking into. She was like, oh, oh, sorry. Rex, you don't have to share your silent but violent. Yeah. Well, I found it extremely funny, and I thought you might too. Uh, she was just so polite about it. She was like, oh.
Oh, wow.
Just wonderful moment. I actually backed up and got that Orange Blast and left. So I actually kind of went back to the scene of the crime before I left. Like, I don't know what happened. There was no covering that up, though. That was like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom fart. Wasn't too silent either when I did it. Deadly, but I found that extremely funny. Picked up at the store. I didn't think I had salted caramel. I've seen them before, moon pies, salted caramel. And I kept the boxes. I got blueberry, I got vanilla, I got banana, and I got chocolate back there. But I didn't have a salted caramel. So just in the happenstance that I didn't get one of these, I picked that up just to add to my moon pie. Different varieties of moon pie. They've all had the same, for a long time. Moon pies have been around since 1917. So
yeah, they've been around forever.
But now you're not going to like this at all. But actually, they're pretty good. Pumpkin spice moon pies.
I was just going to mention that to you. Have you seen those yet? Because I found those, I think, a year or two ago. They started doing those.
Really? And you never told me. Well, they just made it to our area, apparently. Yeah. So, and actually, they're pretty good.
Pumpkin pie and pumpkin donuts.
Would you try one?
No.
You wouldn't. Okay. You said that about the blueberry. You would not. Wait, there are other flavors of moon pies. I think I've only seen chocolate, perhaps banana. Yeah, there's vanilla and there's blueberry that I found.
There's banana
and
chocolate,
pumpkin spice now, and salted caramel too. Yeah. Who knows? Nice to hear about Rex. Sharding gross. Okay.
Yeah. The shard Rex. That's pretty much what you were talking about.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what rhymes with pumpkin?
Nothing.
Eric and Boyd says.
Oh, well, yeah. One thing I can think of.
Oh yeah, you want to share with our
Gross.
class? Do you? Huh?
Uh, I know the word. I'm not exactly certain of what it
Okay.
means, and I'm really not
Okay.
certain that I want to know what it means. Um,
Yeah, okay. All right.
I've, I've heard vague descriptions, and from what I've heard, I don't want to know anymore.
Well, I was trying to find Abby some more meals. I've got a surplus of meals, but I don't want to run out, right? So I went to out by the university, and that's where I found the comic book stand and the comics and some of the items that I bought. And then I went further into Brooklyn. I've scored some meals for her there that have actually been cheaper than at the other stores. They had none, and I had the lady look in the back as well. But I found a watercolor paper pad, very nice, $3, 8.5 by 10. Very heavy stock on the paper, well worth $3. You know, anytime you can get art supplies like that, you don't necessarily. Now, this is going to be textured paper because it's, and I have a little tooth to it because it's watercolor, but that's okay. I mean, you can do mixed media or something on it. You don't necessarily have to use it for watercolor, but for $3,
Yeah.
that's pretty neat. I may have to. Yeah,
All
money's
right.
tight right
There
now,
you
so I
go,
only
Rex.
got one. Huh?
Eric says he knows what it means. He had an ex girlfriend who wanted to do it to him, and he actually declined. I'm glad
Oh,
you declined, Eric. Uh,
okay. Well, say no more.
like I said, I don't even know exactly what it means, but from what I've heard, I want nothing to do with it.
And I was saying that I was buying the dates. Well, that first one I went to, I bought them out of all their dates.
See, I
So
can't say
I
Rex hasn't been
actually
out on a date.
I actually scored. So these are, this is my early birthday cakes. In case you're wondering, the moon pies I picked up. Uh, the
Okay,
the
like
because
a
that's up in
month
the
early.
title, my
Yeah,
early birthday cakes.
no, no,
Bought with
no.
birthday cake. Exactly, Rex. Watercolor paper can be great for
Now we're
inking and
close,
markers. Absolutely. So I picked up
closing
some
in now on
dates,
your birthday.
bought them out of that, and actually they had 4 prunes, so I picked up 4 of the prunes.
Dude,
Uh, don't like prunes.
that's one of the few fruits I do not eat.
It's a plum.
I know what it is. I'll eat a
Although when I
plum.
looked at this, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, why on prunes do they have this other fruit depicted? Duh. Then later, once I got it home, it dawned on me that's a plum, dummy. Prunes are plums.
Yeah, they're like plums that get turned into raisins. That's how you kind of
There
like
were
that.
4 big numbers, right? Like, let's say right now it is 420, right? So it would have on my phone 40, 20. And it took me months to figure out after it reconfigured, after my system, that was the time that it was
Oh
telling me. Military time does not help either, with that.
no, because there is no 40 in the military.
Uh, yeah, Rex can say he's going on a date now. Yeah. I scored 3 more of these, which I was happy about, which you don't care because you don't like
Nope.
orange and cream. But I've been drinking this stuff pretty continuously since I've scored like 10 at the other store, and I scored 3 more. So I was very happy about that. And here is the old Jolly Rancher box for watermelon.
A watermelon. There you go.
For watermelon, that's the old one. The sour apple had the apple on there on the,
Huh?
but now I found the new one, watermelon.
No.
Jolly Rancher.
They
Same thing, just different box. So,
fancied up the package a little bit. Okay.
fancied up. Well, they did the same thing with the apple too.
Oh, really?
The
Oh,
amazing.
okay.
I didn't have to leave
I
town
like
for
the
this
little
one.
cartoon guy.
Yeah, I do too. That's why I picked them up. That was different than most of the drink box things. Apparently those have went by the wayside very quickly, and they went to this. So who knows if some of this stuff be collectible? I'm telling you. And I picked up the sour apple one in Truman last time I was down there, instead of getting the strawberry that I like. But I saw that new box and said, "Oh, gotta have that." And I saw those, here in town and in Brooklyn as well. Also picked up, and I am drinking right now with a little lime juice, Donut Cafe Classic Blend Gourmet Coffee.
Oh, there you go.
Thought I'd try these in pods.
Yeah, I used to love Jolly Ranchers as a kid.
You're
I still
hoarding,
love
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah. And these little moon pies, of course, they have some bigger ones and stuff, but these are like the little minis. This is what
Drop a
the
couple
darker
Jolly
one is.
Ranchers into a gin and tonic, Eric, and let me know what you think. Pretty tasty.
Mhm. When we were kids, yeah, I really wasn't into
Well, I
Jolly
don't think Eric
Ranchers that much. You know, Dreamsicle, yes, I like the orange and cream.
No,
Shadow does not. I don't
do
know
not
why you
care. I
don't
don't
like
know what
orange.
it is about. I don't know. Since I was a kid, dude, never cared for the dreamsicles.
Hmm I
Something
like
about
that
that
about
flavor
some things too.
combination.
I picked this up at Walmart, but would you try this? Smucker's pineapple preserves.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they're good.
Good. You could
Oh,
put that on ice
it,
cream and it would be good.
right. With a name like Smuckers, it has to be good.
Yeah, that's the old commercial, isn't it? With a name like Smucker's, it
Yeah,
has to be
the
good.
old one.
I'm mixing milk with orange juice as well. What? Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's
Oh,
some
excuse me
acidic
while I go
stuff.
vomit.
Wow.
Oh, that,
Oh,
that's not even gonna work. You're gonna curdle that milk as soon as you pour the orange juice in. Come on, come on, Shelly.
if are the regular chocolate your favorite moon pie, or do you have other ones? I wouldn't say. I probably eat chocolate more than any of them. I don't eat a lot of them to begin with, but when they came out with blueberry, I had to try that, and I wanted to get examples of the boxes. I just thought, that's an old staple from my childhood, and it's, uh, you know, cheap. I mean, $25 a box. Now it's $1.50 a box. Everything's went up to $1.50 at the dollar store. Well, at what point do we sue them for false advertisement?
Well, dude, you
I
gotta watch
guess
out
it's
too. Now they got mini moon pies. If you buy them in the box and you're not careful, they're these little bitty guys. Yeah.
they're real small. Yeah. And in fact, I think these are called minis. Yeah, minis right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, those are the little guys I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So
they're
they
this
used to be
big.
about the size of a compact disc. Remember when we were kids?
Oh yeah, oh
They're
yeah.
like a
But these are the
CD.
minis. Yeah, the other ones, and then
Yeah,
they got double deckers. They might even have triples. You know, but
yeah.
the double
Well,
deckers
I
got
don't know if
another
I ever
thing of
saw a
crust
triple.
and another thing of marshmallow.
So yeah, I'd say
It
probably the original chocolate's probably my favorite.
yeah.
But I do like a few of the salty caramel's really good. The banana's not bad. I like the banana. Um, but I haven't really messed with any of that one.
That's the same as dreamsicle flavor. Absolutely. And I gotta watch drinking this because I noticed on here, yeah, it's good. It's got vitamin B1, B3, B5, B6, but it's 80 milligrams of caffeine. in this because it's quote energy drink. At least this peak
Oh, yes.
H2O is. So I
Mm,
can get too much caffeine in my system. You know, that and drinking coffee, this and coffee. That's a
gotta
lot of
watch
caffeine
it.
throughout the day. Yeah. So I
Pie
got to
face.
watch it.
Yeah. Do you remember it, Eric?
I got to
I
watch it.
remember reading that. Well, that was my subscription when Pie Face was around. I'd read that every month and be like, something doesn't seem right about that.
Well,
I was like
you know,
10.
I didn't realize that had caffeine in it, you know, and it's probably why I was wondering why I was tweaking, you know.
Well, besides like I said, besides the caffeine, right? So they got like other like chlorine, taurine, all that stuff can like spike your blood pressure and all that kind of stuff. So you gotta watch out.
So, what are the other ingredients that you're bringing up? What is that? Is that stimulants as well?
Yeah, but they're just derived from different plants, so it's not caffeine. It's
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. That's why I
but
try and mix up a little bit of everything and drink a little of everything, you know. Um,
yeah, like
with my
the L taurine or something like that. You got your uh, guarine, guarano.
mhm.
There's I don't know, but if you look at an energy drink and you see like all these weird names you haven't seen before, that every one of them is some kind of stimulant. It's like,
Well,
they're all like,
I don't do any of the can. In fact, you know, I used to like, you know, if you had a 2 liter of Coke or you had a aluminum can Coke, I would prefer the metal tasting aluminum can. But knowing what aluminum does, hard metals to your brain, uh, I've pretty much sworn off anything that's packaged in aluminum. You know,
a
just
nice
just
cold
have.
Coke in one of those old sexy bottles. The old curvy bottle. Yeah,
Mm,
that's the only way. It's got to be ice cold though. I'm going to.
what are we talking about? Curvy bottles? What?
Uh, you were talking about a Coke.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
if you're gonna
you
drink
mean
a
the
Coke,
glass bottles? The glass bottles.
yeah, the nice.
Yeah.
That's like kind of had that greenish hue to them. That
Mm-hmm.
nice
Yeah.
curve,
Right.
classic Coke.
I did
You
like the
get one of
glass
those.
too, but if you you know if you did the plastic bottle like 2 liter or 3 liter whatever, and you had an aluminum, I'd go for that because I think there's something that the metal, but it wasn't necessarily good for you. That's what I'm finding out. So I pretty much
Yeah,
sworn
no
off
problem.
aluminum cans, you know, sodas or
If
anything
it
else.
was, when I was a
I like.
kid, my barber shop used to have one of those old fashioned, where it's like a kind of like a chest freezer almost. You open up the top, you put your dime in, and then you gotta slide the bottle around through this like maze to get it out.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
those things would come out with little crystals of ice inside. When you took that first drink,
Oh,
you
it
have,
was so cold. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it was like, oh, dude,
Yeah.
it's so good.
Or the pool rack where
Those,
you pull it off the rollers out, you know, for a nickel or whatever. You know, I used to get it for a
yeah,
nickel.
I never got one of those.
Yeah, really. Or yeah, the
Oh,
ice chests were cold, you know, some of those old ice
mm,
chests. Because I mean, really, some of those I mean, the old ones, you would put water in there and it'd freeze, you know, it there would be standing water in there that was just above freezing. It was cold. You couldn't hardly hold it in your hand or
yeah,
drink it, like you said, ice crystals, you know.
yeah, little ice crystals inside. That's when it's
You
so
can't
good,
go
man.
for that. No, no can do. I bet you
I
didn't think
can't
I
go
knew
for
that one,
that.
Eric. I
Oh,
can't do for that. Oh dang, now you're talking about oats. Shoot. Uh oh yeah. I mean the
yeah. If you ever get to drink one of those bad boys, man, never had Coke better than that in my life.
fact, I might have something in the freezer now going to freeze. Let me go check.
But I found a way that you can do that. You add in your cooler, you add salt. Because if you got salt water, you can actually cool it down all the way to 32 degrees or even past. So that when you're floating beers in there and stuff, when you open your beer, you'll get those little ice crystals in there. It's like the coldest you can keep your cooler. It's just like the ocean. There's something to do with the chemical reaction of the salt prevents it from actually freezing and allows the temperature to actually get below freezing.
And
Which
that's
is
kind of what you add to your old churn style ice cream too, the salt to melt
yeah,
the
because
ice.
uh,
Yeah, this would have been froze solid had I not got it. So I'm glad we were talking about that. You can hear the crunch.
oh yeah,
You know,
listen to that.
that
That's
is
on
not
its
liquid.
way to
What it is, but
yeah.
it's
I was
frozen.
gonna say that's on its way to Slurpee.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Good suggestion, Shadowhawk. I will keep that in mind, he says. Whoa, it's I went to take a drink and it's frozen over.
So
Look at it.
yeah,
I gotta break the seal.
you're gonna have to lick it before you stick it.
I'm telling you, or push it down in there. There we go. Had some of that orange blast that I got at Walmart. The ice cold glass bottles from the soda vending machine. I wonder if any exist in the U.S. Someplace. Yeah, I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. There's people
I'm
that still have
sure
those.
they do. There's
Yeah.
people that make good money off just like restoring those old Coke
Mm-hmm.
machines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, I
I
looked
mean,
at the wall. I looked
I
at the
don't know where you could
Walmart
possibly
soda.
find one.
You know, you can get stuff, but it's all in aluminum. Quit licking things. You're not
I mean,
arrogant, boy. Go away. Lie down.
I guess if
It isn't
you
for
got the money
food.
for it, just Google it. You'll find one somewhere. But God
I agree.
knows, and people collect Coke shit too, so that it'll cost you, Mr.
Mm.
Johnson.
Well,
Smart
you
thing
know,
would be to get an off-branded one and then just have it redone as a Coca-Cola.
well, there are retro places like Cracker Barrel, and they go in for that type of thing. And I'm sure they even build some new machines that have the old bottles and stuff just for the nostalgia of it. I mean, there is a small
Mm,
market out there. I'd love to have
yeah, but
just
you still have to have a bottler that'll make the bottles for it.
you do. Yeah. But now, I
It's
mean,
not a
Coca-Cola did make bottles up to a little bit ago. I mean, if nothing
I mean,
else, you got the Mexican bottles. They still make aluminum
right. I
bottles
mean,
down there.
you could bring them. You could bring them up from Mexico, I guess. But I
Mhm.
don't know if those are the same. Uh, all the dimensions and everything are exactly the same as what the American Cokes used to be. You would think they would be, but I don't know.
The thing about those soda machines, though, at like Wendy's and stuff, if you've ever had to like take the ends off and clean them, and I guess that black
Oh yeah,
stuff
dude.
comes from tap water that runs through there. I don't know,
No,
but it can get gunk and
that's,
bacteria
that
and
comes from all. It comes from all the sugar.
sugar, right? I guess that's mold, so you got to watch those
Yeah,
every night. But by the end
yeah,
of the day, it's on there.
it's sugar malt, dude. That shit will make
Hmm.
people sick. I used to work in a
Yeah.
convenience store back way when right when I got out of high school, working midnights at a stop and go in Houston,
Oh,
Texas.
good.
Just I was a living target waiting to get shot.
Now, one thing that my father would do, we get a Pepsi or a Coke, right? He would get us a sleeve of peanuts, and he would put the peanuts in the drink. So, of course, I did too. And You ever done that?
Dude, that's a southern thing. I never saw that till I moved to Houston.
Oh, okay. Give me that sugar mode. Eric and Bode. He said, yeah, don't take my Wendy's from me. Uh, that sounds
No, you just
dangerous,
gotta make
Shadow.
sure you got somebody to care, running your local joint. What happened?
He just said, oh, dang. Yeah, that sounds dangerous, Shadow. With the sugar mode.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah.
When I found out, I just stopped drinking fountain drinks. I don't get anything out of fountain anymore.
And let's face it, those box fountain drinks, because it comes the syrup comes in boxes, right, in bags, and you run lines to it and everything, to the
Mm-hmm.
machine. Uh,
Yeah.
they're sweet. They're sweeter. You got to admit they're sweeter.
Oh, I couldn't tell you, dude. I don't drink
Yeah, they're
fountain
sweeter.
sodas.
Yeah, fountain drinks are sweeter. I think it's because it's the way
Oh,
it's done. It's concentrated
yeah.
syrup. I guess.
Well, I take mom out. We go have steak dinner or something like that. She's drinking whatever she's drinking, and I'm drinking a beer or a bourbon or something. But I'm not drinking fountain pop. I can tell you that.
Well, I mean, often I was like 2 years old, 3 years old, four, and I would go driving with my father. He would be gone all day delivering tires, and he would have like a route on Monday that might go westward. He
Oh
would
yeah.
have one on Tuesday that goes eastward. He would have one that goes south and north. He would go in all different directions to different towns on different, and if they had the orders, he would go and would be gone most of the day, stopping off and dropping off the tires that they had ordered until we were tireless, and very tired at the end of the day. And where I go to, when I first started spraying there, I said, why? And came to that railroad track that said, welcome to Wynn, the city with a smile. I said, wow. I used to come down here when I was like 2 years old. And Carrie, you're talking about my mind power, my memory. It was like, it would be like 6 or 6:30 in the afternoon before we would get down there, because I looked at the clock. That as a kid, I don't know, even at 2 years old, I was like looking at the clock and sort of marking the time, and I don't know, it just stuck with me. But first time I went down there and saw that sign, because there's just not any streets that go under railroads like that, and we would actually drive through all the way down Fall Street, all the way down, which is the dividing line between east and west. We would drive all the way through town into the next town, which it's above a very big town in Arkansas, Forest City. I'm not sure what their population is. And the only reason I know that is I took the wrong route coming back a couple times from Memphis when I worked with Mickey, and we came through there and then through Wynn to come back home. We took the long way around, to get back, because I kind of got lost. But that's kind of neat to know, because I kind of know where everything is now, at least those three, at least that city where it's located now. About an hour out of Jonesboro, where I live. About the same distance of going from here to Memphis. Of course, they kind of cut some of that time over time. With they're doing a lot of construction, like on the airport thing. They're doing where you won't get stopped by the train anymore. But man, they're they're really doing some stuff in Jonesboro. And it continues to go out. Yeah, it blew my mind. Somebody told me that one of our schools went all the way out to Lake City. Lake City is a long way away out. Brooklyn, I think it was Brooklyn School. They go like long way, miles and miles, man. I mean, if they're going to Lake City, that's quite a ways. I mean, the city limit, when I would spray to the city limit out that way, like headed towards Lake City, It would take me 20 minutes. Of course, I'm only going 14 miles an hour, right? So what might take you 5 minutes takes me about 20, going that slow. Uh, but I always
Right.
like take that way because it's just like, okay, just drive straight, collect a paycheck, just spray, none of this zigzag, figure out, just straight. Some people might call that boring, but you got to have those lull times. Otherwise, it just drive you crazy. You kind of have to learn it to do it differently all the time. But yeah, I remember Dad putting peanuts in our drinks, and that was to kind of get us because I was like, "Can we eat something? I'm hungry. I'm hungry." You know how kids are. I'm hungry. I'm bored. I want to
Mm-hmm.
eat. It's like, well, we'll stop and we'll get some crackers, peanuts. It was never enough, and then we would stop and we would have what we wanted generally. And sometimes it was good and sometimes it was, not so good. Uh,
Right.
the little place and usually I would get like hamburger, but we would do barbecue. I think that's where my love for barbecue and onion rings and things like that came from, was doing it with my dad. So at such a young age. Uh, I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
I didn't, and I've heard this out of other people that said this as a kid. I don't like onions. They're hot. The taste of them, they're not really hot, but
Nah,
for
just
kids,
depends how
it's
you cook
like, oh, that's, but I love onions. I mean, I love mustard pickle and onion. I think Dad ordering it like he liked, that's probably how I kind of uh, learned to like onion, you know,
it.
love
Right.
onion.
And that's
Onion is
how
so
I
good.
kind of
Yeah.
fell into my love for sardines. Right. I learned how to, make my dad's recipe and shit. It, up until this year, I ate them that way for 50 years.
Uh, Eric and Boyd, Eric and Boyd said, he was talking about being dangerous. He meant working in the convenience store for Shadow, dangerous job.
Oh, yeah. Well, I knew how to work it, Eric. It was like I made friends with the local cops, and my dad was a cop, so I know how to talk to cops and all that kind of stuff. So, like, I had all the local guys' phone numbers handy, so if somebody walked in that looked sketchy, I would just
Hmm.
stall them for a second. Oh, sorry, got a phone call. Call one of my cop buddies. Hey, can you get over here? So it worked out all right. Luckily, I didn't have to do that for very long.
Carrie's got a question, and I've answered this before. We've talked about this before. I actually like both. If it's an onion ring, I love it. I adore it. It's lush, as you would say. It's delish. She says, do you prefer breadcrumb batter, the kind of crumbly one, or the more smoother beer batter? I kind of like the beer batter, but then when I say that, I like the crumbly too. It's both are so
Yeah,
close. I couldn't
yeah,
tell you which I like better. If we've got
it
onion
depends
rings,
how
we're
it.
gonna have a good time. You know,
Mm,
Probably the crumbly a little bit better. Because it's more
depends
porous.
how they're cooked, how they're
It
seasoned.
does.
But
Yeah,
usually with beer batter, I'd probably prefer. But I do like the little crumbly ones too. I like an onion ring. I mean, I like
I
onions.
know it's right. I mean, it's like, well, when you weigh the two, you're sounding like me. The crumbly, but I do like the crumbly one too. Oh, oh, they're both good. I mean, onion rings are just
I
lush.
like
They're
onions.
beautiful.
I like onions, leeks, garlic,
Honey is a cough syrup. Oh
chive.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I like all the little types. The old green onions. God, I love green. Dude, here's a great idea for a recipe, people. A little snacky on Sunday for football or carry whatever day they do football in England.
Mhm.
Take a green onion and a slice of either pastrami or corned beef.
Mm.
Smear a little smear of cream cheese on there, just a little thin layer, and then roll the meat around that green onion. Just roll it up tight like you're rolling a joint. Make a
Mhm.
stack of those, and just snack on those babies, dude. I'll tell you what, they're good.
Yes, this is the Food Network stream. Um, you get talking here. Yeah, I mean, fish and chips, so good. Never got into the
Shadowhawk
malt vinegar.
dares you guys to try it and come back and tell me how
Maybe I
wrong.
need to try malt vinegar. Maybe I do. Maybe I need to
Oh,
be
well,
adventurous.
that's good stuff, dude.
Hey, I
Well,
know you
it would
like
be
them.
better.
Yeah.
It would be better if you like fish, right? You don't like fish.
Right. Well, no, I wouldn't say I like uh I usually like the battered fish. We
Okay, so
we had
you like
fish
a nice,
fries. We had fish
you like
fries
to
growing
like.
up all the time. I ate a variety of different fish. Uh,
Okay, so
some
you
fish
like
I
a nice
like better than
battered,
others.
like a nice battered whitefish, like a cod or
Mm.
something like
Oh
that,
yeah,
or
I love that. Oh yeah.
okay,
I had
then yeah,
one of the
that,
last fish that I ate, uh, because it was their fish and chips at Red Lobster was flounder,
mhm.
and flounder. I don't know. I didn't find it that enjoyable to eat that. I mean, it was okay. There was nothing special
Flounder's
about it.
cheaper. I'd rather like as far as whitefish, I'd rather have a cod or a pollock. Pollock's
Oh, I
really good
love
too.
cod, and I think I like pollock too. It's been a while since I've had
Uh,
pollock though. Yeah.
they're almost like interchangeable. It's,
Got my mouth watering right now, folks, just for
But yeah,
good
dude,
fish,
if
a
you
good
like
fish
those,
fry.
a, a good breaded one, you put a little bit of that malt vinegar on there on that breading. Oh, that's good stuff.
Hey, Elmer. Um, yeah, I
They
actually
all
bought some more of that chicken, mix it up. I only used about half of it with the fried pickles. I'm going to be doing, and I picked up a can of something that I like better than fries. I picked up 5-gallon can because it was more economical. It was like $5 for 5 pounds of green beans. I'm going to do some fried green beans. I love fried green beans with ketchup. Oh,
5 gallon can of green beans.
I'm gonna do
Can't,
some fried green
can't be
beans.
that big.
Yeah.
5
Huh?
gallons? 5 gallons?
Okay. 5 pounds? I don't know. It's the big can.
Okay. All right, so it's like a 1 gallon.
Okay, 1 gallon. Okay, you're right because 5 gallons would be a bucket. Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Oh, shit.
Fried
T-Rex
green
toting
beans
this.
with ketchup. What the fuck, Rex?
T-Rex
Man, they're great.
Rex walking around
I
Costco
know you
toting a
like them,
5 gallon
Shadowhawk. I know you
bottle.
like them.
What's that?
Fried green beans. I know you like them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Do
no, they're
you
good.
do you eat them with ranch? What do you eat them with?
Yeah, dude. Why you always bring up ranch? I hate ranch.
Okay, well, I
Uh,
mean, I just throw that as a de facto. I don't like it.
I make like a
Peas with ketchup?
kind of like an onion ring sauce, like Thousand Island dressing with a little bit of horseradish,
Oh,
dash of lemon.
yeah, you're bringing the heat.
Dude, man, you gotta eat it. Eat right.
Well, I mean, do fried green beans with whatever you like. I just like them with ketchup, almost like fries. I mean, I know it's a strange combination, but I eat them like fries, and it does have that breading on it. Yeah, fried green beans are good. Ketchup, ranch, all good. See, we got another ketchup lover with them. I wanted
Okay.
suggestions though, and do a ginsaki. What do you think I ought to do the pineapple preserves with, huh?
Ooh,
Because
interesting.
with a name like Smuckers, it's got to be
It's
good.
gotta be good. So,
And they haven't changed the
uh,
lid or anything in all that time.
no,
Well,
dude,
maybe a
it's
little
still
bit.
that.
That
Was
little
that like a
pattern.
that
It
crosshead? It's like
it
almost like the top of the pie almost.
or
Yeah.
picnic a table.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So, do you have any suggestions about the pineapple
Um,
preserves? I mean, you can have it with ice cream. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, vanilla
I
ice
like
cream. Yeah.
pineapple with ham.
Ooh, fritters.
Get a
Yeah.
nice, a nice ham steak in the morning with some eggs and some toast and a little pineapple jam on your toast. You can even smear a
I
little
did
on.
pick up a dozen eggs, and they're the jumbo ones, just because of breading. I'm thinking
Yeah,
about do egg yolk, right? Do an egg, and then brush that on what I'm wanting to deep fry, and then put a little flour maybe on that. I don't know. It's got it, you're right. The crust doesn't want to adhere to the green bean or to the pickle or whatever that well. And I think one
right.
reason is maybe you need to poke holes in it with a toothpick or something to make it more porous so it will kind of grab onto it because you're talking about a slick thing, right?
Yeah, I think a couple of recipes I came across that
Ooh,
too. You're
cinnamon
supposed to like
toast.
blanch them first,
Blanch them?
because
Yeah.
yeah, like where you bring them up, just bring them up to the boil and then take them right off the heat, throw them in some ice cold water. But that's supposed to take off that like slick outside residue of them and give them
Okay.
a quick, just a little bit of a cook.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can try that.
And that way you
Uh,
don't have to drop them in the oil as long either
yeah. And
because they're
also,
already
I found
partially
out
cooked.
recently the best way to make hash browns.
Hmm.
You shred them up and do all that good stuff with them, and then spread them out on a sheet and throw them in the freezer overnight. And then the
Hmm.
next morning, when you cook them, you can get that nice brown on them and stuff. Like if you try to cook them fresh, like right after you shred them, they never brown, dude. Not unless you burn the living shit out of them. I'm sure. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but it's horrible. But yeah,
Uh,
if you freeze them first, then fry them, they come out nice and crispy and brown.
I have never been able to do hash browns. It's been hit or miss with hash browns.
Mm-hmm.
Hash browns are
You ever
very
tried?
hard to do
Ever try
for
freezing
me.
them first?
No, I haven't tried. Well, I mean, I've gotten the hash brown shredded cakes that have been frozen, and that's a little
Yeah, well,
easier to do. But
those are a
uh,
lot easier because they're already frozen.
yeah, and I try not to fry a lot. But now fried pickles or fried onion rings, oh hell yeah,
I
that's
love
probably
those.
about the only the side stuff is the appetizer stuff is probably the only
Dude,
thing that I eat fried really, and I try not to eat a lot of
fried,
that. You know.
fried mushrooms, fried okra. Oh, fried okra is good.
Yeah, my
Uh,
brother likes fried okra. I just never liked fried okra and boiled okra, slimy stuff. Oh my God, you
no,
can make glue out of that.
boiled okra is totally different than fried, bro.
Right. Yeah, and okra with tomato. My father liked that. He liked
No,
poke
yeah,
salad and spinach and
no.
our
I,
Brussels
the only
sprout. He
way I
liked
like
all that stuff
okra
actually.
is fried, or
Terry,
possibly if there's a little bit in a gumbo, like just a dash.
see, I almost said Terry instead of Carrie. Carrie says, "Can't you dice them, mix egg white, and then dip in batter?" Um, yeah, I mean for smaller bites. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm proposing is using the egg as
Oh,
like a
oh,
binder, kind of like you do in a meatloaf. But you think it would be better if I did like your pickle, dry it off, right? You could even sit it out
mm,
for a day or two and let it dry.
I don't know
I,
about that.
I, huh?
I don't know if I'd leave it sitting out for a day or two, but okay.
Well, I left some of those pickle slices till they were totally dry, almost dehydrated, on a drying towel. Um, with that vinegar, I don't think you're going to get any mold problem.
No, probably not. You got so much frying on there.
Yeah,
Nothing. You're not gonna get any bacteria.
Right. So I think you could leave them out overnight, with a covering on there if you're, of course,
Do you
covering
not
them.
have like a dehydrator, Rex? You
I
got
do
one of those?
not. No. I guess my
Oh,
oven
dude.
on low heat would be about the closest thing that I have.
No.
Yeah.
Dehydrators are cheap. They're only like $30. They're just little plastic trays. You can make jerky. You can do all kinds of stuff with those things.
I'm glad you mentioned the good stuffs, Carrie, because I am announcing that we
Mm,
are going to
yeah.
have a new contest here pretty soon on naming a new character, and that is directly related to something Mrs. Goodstuff said. Oh, a few weeks back, she said, the most fun I've had on this show on this channel was trying to name Total Mystery.
Well,
You
time
know,
for another naming contest,
time for
people.
another naming contest. So I just have to
You know,
come up with.
I
The
love
thing of it
you,
is,
Rex.
I need to know the name. And I've told you all the names of my new characters. So I'll have to
And
come up with a new character with
I'm
a new
sure,
name.
I'm sure some people will testify for me. Um, I have suggested this to you probably at least 3 times since the first time that we
Right.
do another name one of your character contest.
Yeah.
And until Mrs. Good Stuff bats her eyes at you, you don't pay
Back at
attention at all.
today. How did she bat her eyes to me? She was in the chat. Come on.
That's all she had to do. In your little head, you see her going, "Oh, Red."
She made that suggestion about a month ago. So it hit it, I've been slowly.
Yeah. And how many times over the past
It
year
took
and a half,
your it
2
took
years?
your 3 suggestions to prime the pump. She was just the catalyst that kicked it all off.
So I'm just the sediment at the bottom of the tank. Alright, I get it.
Yeah, you're that sludge that accumulates that you have to drain off nightly.
Lovely.
Yeah. Like those deep fryers, you got to drain those and change out the oil, and get that
Oh,
sediment
yeah,
out
they
nightly.
get stanky too, boy. Oh,
Yeah, it's a
you
pain
ever
and
have to do that,
it's a
Rex?
mess. Yeah. We've
Oh,
had it run out on the floor more than once, and
oh,
it's a
oh,
pain.
oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a pain.
I never had one overrun, but we had to like be part of the emptying process when the truck would come. Ugh.
Eric says Toad in the Hole is the name of the new character. Toad in the Hole.
I got a toad for your hole.
Well, there goes the Food Network. So
Nobody wants to eat toad. Frogs, for some reason, people eat. I don't know why. They are pretty tasty. Don't tell Ethan I saw this.
So Green Arrow is part of the new 52, which is not so new anymore, because this is reprint material. And I don't know about Penguin, Pain, and Prejudiced. I don't know about that one, what that's all about.
Did you read the publisher's paragraph, you ding dong?
I mean, I haven't even gotten these out of cellophane yet. What I'm going to do right now.
Open it up.
I'm going to open it up right now. Yeah.
Look down there at the bottom of the first page, and it'll give you all
You're talking about the indicia, right?
the indicia. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always called it the publisher's paragraph when I was a kid. I didn't know it had a real name.
Yeah. Well, this would be a good deal if they weren't in bad shape. Of course, I got the last 3 that was on the stands. I was, for $3.75, it was worth that to get the stand and the header. With the header, it's still the same header as the other one back there, even though she
Oh,
had the
that's
header
cool.
on backwards.
That's cool, though. At least you got it.
At least I got
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
how bad can they be, dude? They don't get that much traffic at the Dollar Tree. You can't be that beat up.
No, it's.
But they're just reprints anyway.
I think they're all reprints. Yeah. Just, I mean, New
Yeah.
52 for Green Arrow is definitely a
Did
reprint.
they at least put a new cover on them, or is it the same cover too?
I don't know that could do something. I mean, it's a good way for them to push their trade paperbacks and other stuff.
Right.
It's a good advertising thing for
I'm
them.
just
Oh,
glad.
if
I'm
you like
glad to
this
see
comic
Rex
book,
getting. I'm glad to see racks getting back in stores. I don't care if they're cardboard, spinner racks,
right?
magazine racks. Get comics back in stores where kids can find them.
See, I've got a bunch of these trade paperbacks.
Kids can't find them. They can't love them. They can't read them.
Essential
They can't
graphic novels in the
follow
back.
them. You gotta see the object of your desire when you're a man before you can fall in love.
Okay.
Eric, I am not gonna ask Carrie about that.
I've got a few of these trade paperbacks. They're essentials. 2014 edition, February 2025. So
Reprinted February 2025 came out
copyright
in
2011 originally, and that kind of
wow.
tracked because they were pulling from 2011, 2016, and 17, I think, with the new 52, but they're going back to about 2011 on some of this stuff. Reprinted.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Uh,
But yeah, so definitely reprint. Maybe third time it's been reprinted.
yeah, if they've reprinted some of this stuff in like trade paperback form. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, you're saying they actually pulled from 2017 back to 2011, and that one had both dates on it. So it makes me wonder if it was originally printed in 2011 and then again.
They've got an exact date on this, December 6th, 2024. So I suppose at the end of last year, they actually made this book, and it's been out probably in the warehouse, because they order so many of these stands. And then when the shop.
So is that a new book, or it was reprinted that day?
Reprinted in 2024 from a 2011 story, I guess. Penguin Pain and Prejudice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
And it does say to be continued, so it's not all in here. How many pages do you get? Splash page 1, 2. Is there any ads? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't seem like there's any ads. 8, 9.
Probably.
10,
Okay,
11.
here's a problem I see, Rex.
What's that?
Where are you gonna get the next issue when the dollar store that you bought this one from no longer has a right?
Yeah. You get 20 pages of story. So,
okay.
And then the rest is kind of like advertisement, but it's pretty much all story. And then at the end, they kind of, these are essential graphic novels that you need to get. And I actually have some of them like DC Crisis on Infinite Earth. I've got that one. There's a lot on here I would like to get. Death of Superman, I've got the omnibus to that. I don't need that. I might have the Kingdom Come stuff. I got Dark Victory, I'm pretty sure. Don't know. I've got these. I got the Flashpoint and the Justice League and the Blackest Night. So I've got quite a few of these. Maybe Batman Nightfall. I'm not sure if I got that or not because that was so, you know. But I'll put this in a Silver Age boarding bag. Treat it with some more loving care than what it has been treated with. And then we'll open up this Green Arrow and see when that. I imagine this probably came out in 2016 or 17. Kind of like the previous ones that I've opened up from the first stand that I bought. I do think this is a different. These are, you know, the Penguin and this Green Arrow are different from the first comics that I purchased. So off one of those stands. So I think I know I didn't see the Penguin. Green Arrow, it looks like maybe different. Yeah, these got to be different. Let's see. Dan Jurgens penciler, inker George Perez. Oh, how about that? Oh, he's even on the cover there. Hell yeah, and you know he's been dead, so.
Wow, so sensitive, right?
Too soon?
Maybe a little.
So this came out in December 2024. 2020 February 2025 release. 2011 copyright. So I don't know. Whenever New 52 was, but that's cool. That's worth the price of admission. Glad I got a couple of those with George Perez inking over Dan Jurgens. I don't think I've seen Perez inking over Dan Jurgens before. But yeah, what are you going to do when it says to be continued? Because this is continued too at the end.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Where do you go from there?
Where do you go from there? Yeah. These are still have the original price tag on them, $3.99 for 20 pages of story. I imagine. I didn't count this one, but if it's like the other one, it's probably 20 pages of story. You know, that $3.99. Holding the line at $2.99.
So they went back down from 28 to 22 to now to 20. Wow.
Yeah. Tell us more, Rex. Chris is on Infinite Teens.
Remember when I used to go up on page counts? We were at 32 pages for a while, weren't we?
Yeah, that's what blows my mind about the indie scene is that there's so many people that have, but for $1.25, if they weren't all bent up because they've got no support whatsoever. If so, you need to get to one of these stands when they first come out, and they're stocked, and they're pick you out a nice copy or two,
Yeah, I get it. Well,
but
it's good.
I doubt they went the extra mile and probably did new covers. Now, because it looks like they reproduced everything, even the original price at $3.99 on here. That's why they polybagged them and put a sticker on there that says $1.25.
Yeah. So they look like straight up
reprints, yeah, and the older stuff, yeah. And probably the new 52 was received very well. The Flashpoint and stories like that. They've sold pretty well. They've even done animation.
Is it on decent paper, Rex? Is it glossy, semi-gloss?
It's that glossy stuff. It's that glossy stuff. Yeah, they're all kind of glossy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to kind of see inside, I'll show you.
Show us a page or two.
This is when I need my camera set up. Which it's take the camera and put it down on the. I'll be doing that.
You gotta have an arm where you can.
And like I said, Dan Jurgens, I can see the George Perez in the faces, though. I can see the inking. It looks like Perez. on the back, it's got this scene here: discover a universe of unforgettable stories. Go to a comic shop near you, and more print DC Comics books and graphic novels. Subscribe to DC Universe Infinite to read more than 27,000 digital DC comic books and graphic novels. And it's got a little Q code there that you can scan.
Now that makes more sense because these are made to go out there in the stores, grab kids, get them to go to websites and things that they're more used to. So
visit heroicdeals.com or scan the Q code. Interact with comic book fans, info on current and future comic book drops, free offers and giveaways, exclusive deals on collectibles and entertainment. So that's on the inside front cover.
Yeah. So it's basically a sales gimmick. That's why it's a one-time drop. You're not going to go back to that store for the next one.
Yeah.
That's too bad, dude. They really need to start putting them back in the stores on a regular basis.
Yeah, I just don't know that the distribution is there. I can remember within the comic, within the scene here in Comicsgate, right? People were talking about that 2-3 years ago. We need to put them in the dollar stores. I think Ethan and some of them even talked about that, way back in the day. Yeah, a dollar store I always thought was a good suggestion for some of this stuff, again, it's the price point, now if they can reprint, they've had their dollar line and they kind of went up from that. It seems like to like $2.99, $3.99 for some of those reprints, some of those facsimile editions, which are just glorified reprints. And to kind of justify some of it, even some of those facsimiles they've done in like full covers. So they're selling you the same thing again and again and again in different ways, and that's what happens when they get a hold of you, when the bean counters get a hold of you and make it into something that was never meant to do. It's not necessarily about the story anymore,
right?
About how can we rebrand this and resell this to you. And there was a good I talked about this the other day, and we'll get to that, but before that I want to show you some funny AI. I know you love AI, so here's some funny AI for you.
I like it for certain uses.
Okay. No cats were harmed in this. See,
cat electricians?
Yeah, cat electrician. Yeah. Let me make sure my volume's up a little bit.
Sparky, are you sure you can fix this?
Oh, poor kid.
Sparky, are you sure you can fix this?
Wow, instant mink coat.
That's awesome.
All right. Here's another one.
Are you kidding me? Drop it! Drop the gun! Give me that! Hey, let go! What is wrong with you? Are you kidding me? Drop it! Drop the gun! Give me that! Hey, let go! What is wrong with you?
It looks real, doesn't it?
It gets blown back on his ass. That's fucking awesome.
I know. I love that. All right, here you go. Here's another one.
Well,
Wait a minute.
well, hello there. You lost, buddy? Well, hello there. You lost, buddy?
Jeez, what did he swallow? He must have had the Coca-Cola and Mentos.
Yeah.
This was the first one I posted.
Sultan! No! Put it up! Stop it! Stop! Hey, let go! Sultan, let go! What is wrong with you? Sultan! No! Put it up! Stop it! Stop!
Freaking flamethrower. Oh, so funny.
No, dude, you should see. You gotta go back and watch. What was it Ethan's stream from last night? He was doing a bunch of AI stuff on there, the Comic King's characters, plugging them into Grok and animating them.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we're gonna be able to make movies soon. We won't even need artists anymore. We can make movies. We can do all that shit soon. It's crazy. I still want to make a real comic book, but
Oh, yeah.
there's some cool shit going on with AI, bro.
A couple of days ago, October 21st, 1980, 45 years in the past.
Make me feel like a kid again.
See if I can bring this up. There we go. 45 years in the past.
Awesome cover.
One of the best.
Chris Claremont, Terry Austin.
It's been 45 years ago since that came out on the stands. It's amazing.
How old am I? Yeah, that seems about right.
1980, October 1980.
Yeah, I was 13 going on 14. No, I was October of 80.
October 21st of 1980. Yes, sir.
See, I was 67. Yeah, no, I was 13.
I never finished the story of how I killed my air fryer. I actually killed my air fryer by cleaning it.
Oh,
you know, I had some drippings, oil, and stuff in the basin of it, right underneath the basket, right. So I put a bunch of water in there to kind of dilute the oil, right, and soften up that stuff on the bottom, right. And so I put that on about, I don't know, 15 minutes, something, heated that up, and then I, poured that off. I don't think I did it a second time. And so I thought, okay, I'll put this in here for about 17 minutes, and to dry out the basket, right? Well, when it went off. And then it was like, what? And I unplugged it and I plugged it again. And I thought, and it kind of blooped on me, and I said, oh, and I unplugged it again. Then I think I might have even plugged it up again. It blooped on me again, something. And I thought, okay, I just need to let it cool off. Well, once I let it cool off, it didn't even bloop on me anymore. So I guess it's done for. Too hot. And I was doing that, cleaning it, and just kind of drying it with nothing else in there, just the moisture in there. I guess I could have burned the element out. It could have got too hot in there with nothing in there. But I doubt it. So I was actually trying to clean it, and I fried it. I fried my air fryer. Pretty sad. Thank you, D&E. liking the post
Hell,
of today's
damn.
show. I wish we could get D all in here, but he's a very busy man, very busy man. I did see Fantastic Four out at Walmart. I did not pick it up. I'm supposed to see that Saturday with John Philandes around the corner. Can't wait to see it. I hope it's, uh, you know, I hope it's good. I'm sure I'm probably going to like some aspects of it because I've said they always need to riff on the 60s theme. And they seem to be doing that. I don't like everything here, but it's okay. It's fine. I believe today is the day Vincent Price passed away. His goal was to live until Halloween Day, but he missed it by 6 days. Someone had posted that. I've not seen this particular picture of Vincent. He does look thin as a rail there, you know. I think he was like what, 87 when he passed away or something in his 80s. I don't know. Could have met him once and I passed it up. One of the big regrets of my life, Shadowhawk. Anyway, we're going to get out of here early. I'm going to try and do some pencil work. I'm actually working on a new piece right now. I don't know what direction that's going to take, but mainly I'm going to do some organizing and cleanup. And then if I come across some interesting artwork from the past that might suggest some sketch cards that I need to do, I'll try and pencil them in. And I'm going to try and get my camera set up here so that it can, I can switch from you viewing it here, unclip it from there, and just clip it somewhere. I've got a really thick dowel, and I think that'll work. And that way I can rotate it if I want to rotate it around a little bit. And also just put the dowel, which is not going to bend because it's pretty substantial across there, and just clip it to the dowel, looking downward. But that's going to take a little bit of organizing. So that's what I'm going to work on doing the next few days, is especially over the weekend. Tomorrow we'll be talking Jack Kirby, Shadowhawk. Tomorrow's Jack Kirby feature Friday. So that should be interesting. That's got some ice in it. I'm glad I rescued that. That was almost completely frozen. Not quite. Good crunchy. Anyway, keep collecting. We will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, as always. I may do a late stream tonight. I don't know. We'll see how things go. I do plan on doing some more streaming. I just hadn't been in the mood for it, really. I didn't go on Topic List. I didn't go on Hump Day Show. Trying to get things in order. I'm hoping to hear from the printer tomorrow. But if not, it'll be early next week. She'll have those cards ready. Can't wait to show those and get those in. Anyway, take care, and we will see you tomorrow on, you guessed it, the Vincent Price channel. No, the 4 o'clock shadow. Bow for now. Enjoy your day. Glenn Fleming, happy early birthday. Yeah, it's not till November 2nd, Glenn. But yeah, I did spend some birthday money that I got yesterday. And so, that's always a good thing. That you even get birthday money when you get to 60 years old. I will be 60 November 2nd on Steve Dicko's birthday. And Abby will be 13. Should she be 13? 13, I think. Yeah. 13 or 14. I mean, I'm losing count. Anyway,